It is college football Saturday in Dallas and an in-state rivalry. We have the Baylor Bears visiting the SMU Mustangs. Coach Lashley heading into the stadium. The Baylor Bears only 90 miles away, and so they are very close to visit. Welcome back to the CW Pre-Kick Show, brought to you by Dick's. Every season starts at Dick's. And alongside the Boston College Hall of Famer, as well as 12-year NFL pro, Will Blackman and Rick Allen with you. Will, great start for the ACC this last week. 12 teams already undefeated, including your Eagles.
Yes, outstanding opening for the ACC conference. You have Florida State with the huge win over Alabama, and Miami getting it done versus Notre Dame. So far, man, very, very exciting.
And we've already seen that the quarterback's so important already for the SMU Mustangs. And how about Kevin Jennings?
Yeah, he's already the face of this SMU program. He is a dynamic dual threat quarterback. He is the ultimate pro for this team. They love him, and I'm excited to watch him be dynamic today.
Other side of the ball, Syer Robertson, and he's had a pretty impressive first week.
Yeah, Mr. Robinson, man, I watched him last week, and he was tough versus his Auburn team. Over 400 yards passing. He can make every single throw down the field, man. I can't wait to see him show out today.
A lot of history between these two programs, the 83rd meeting between the two of them. And it's going to be a great one, a little rain falling in the area. Thanks for watching the CW Pre-Kick Show, brought to you by Dick's. Every season starts at Dick's. Welcome to CW Football Saturday, presented by Marco's Pizza. Order your Marco's Pizza today. Teams have made it out onto the field, and also on the field, third member of our team, Wes Bryant.
Fellas, in this rivalry renewed, Baylor has a 13-game winning streak, and they've been winning at a clip of 42-11. But SMU tight end R.J. Maryland told me that was the old SMU. This is the new SMU, and so they will be looking to get it done. This is a SMU team that at home they average almost 43 points a game and have won 15 of their last 16. Baylor has lost their last 10 versus ranked opponents. We can't settle this with 10 paces and a draw out here in Texas, but we can settle it out here on this grass.
Yeah, the gridiron's going to settle everything. And I mentioned a little bit of rain in the area. There was a thunderstorm that passed through last night. This is a new grass turf field, a grass field. So different from a year ago. They used to play on turf here. Now it's grass. Not sure if that's going to affect things. But the temperature, I don't think anybody expected this.
I'm a little cold in this breeze.
I mean, this seems very, very comfortable. Maybe not so comfortable if you're Rhett Lashley, the coach, who's got a formidable opponent with Baylor on the other side of the field, especially after the success that Baylor has had over the last 13 years. And right now, Dave Aranda at the helm of the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, exactly. We spoke to Dave Aranda, and he's very calm in this situation. He's ready for this battle, and he's very optimistic in terms of what this team can do. So it's going to be very, very exciting here, Brett.
And it's going to be the Baylor Bears kicking off to the Mustangs to get this one underway. Rhett Armstrong will take care of kicking duties for the Bears. Back deep, Link Rhodes and Chris Johnson. And kick underway, and the Battle of Texas underway today. And that one goes out of the end zone. They'll take off from the 25-yard line. Here are today's impact players, brought to you by Old Spice. Will?
Yeah, on defense, Keaton Thompson, he is the engine of this Baylor defense, earning all Big 12 and All-American recognitions, piling up 114 tackles. Last week had his career high with 16 stops. You also got Devin Bobby, 4-year starter, outstanding safety. And for offense, Chris Johnson, he is the speed burner from Miami. Romelo Brinson, Miami transfer as well. 6'2", has the size to win contested catches. So, man, here we go.
Yeah, Chris definitely going to be one of the targets that we were going to see out of Kevin Jennings, the junior, behind center. And he'll throw on the first down, way over the middle, wide open, tip, caught down to 3. Big play early for the Mustangs. He's at the 10, the 5, Romelo Brinson in the end zone.
Right on cue, let's go. Romelo Brinson with the outstanding play. You like that, Rick, right? Already, impact play, making impact plays.
And then when it was a little underthrown,
it was
tipped by the defender, and then he was able to do a circus catch to grab that thing, pull it in, and take it all the way. Colin Rogers in for the extra point. The preseason big All-ACC kicker. And he stays perfect. It didn't take long. 12 seconds.
It did not take long. And right now, he was able to get the one-on-one matchup on the outside and able to throw a post against that corner, and great concentration catching that football and getting up the field. I mean, I expected some fireworks, but I know it's going to happen right now. At least warm up a little bit. But yeah, he got to come right in. He got to get that football. That's a great play right there that he should have made in LeVar Thornton. You got to make that play, but great job.
LeVar Thornton out of Fort Worth, Texas, tipping the ball, but as you mentioned, great concentration. Brinson pulls it in and takes it all the way to the house.
There is Romello there. Just a great job, man. That's why he was one of my impact players, man. He does a great job with contested catches, man. So.
Last week, 7 receptions, 121 yards, and a touchdown. And right off the bat, he's already got a touchdown the first play of the game.
Yeah, now as a defensive back, I will say that football should have been picked off, but also I did play receiver too, so great job getting that ball.
Sam Keltner is kicking this one away. Cole Wilson on the return and pushing tacklers all the way up to the 35-yard line. Here are today's impact players, brought to you by Old Spice.
Yeah, with Bryson Washington, he burst onto the scene last year with 1,000 yards, the most yards in freshman rushing history for them, and really good running back. Cole Wilson, transfer from Texas State, proven to be productive. Last week had a career high 134 yards, and Ahmad Moses with the outstanding pick 6, and Bryson Mayazano, the linebacker, starting off at linebacker to date.
Sawyer Robinson behind center, motion, Cole Wilson. And they're going to hand off up the middle. This one, Bryson Washington. You mentioned it at the open. The sophomore, so talented, shattered all the freshman records for rushing yards a year ago. Over 1,000 yards, 12 TDs, and he gets the first carry for 5 yards.
Yeah, he had a couple of games last year where he had about 190 yards. So, man, he's an explosive running back.
They get the handoff again up the middle. And that big line pushing forward for 2. Jeffrey Mba on the stop.
Yeah, this is something that Baylor was not able to display last week, was run the football, hence why they threw the ball over 50 times. So, you know, try to get a manageable 3rd down, which I think they have right now, and then try to get the ball out quick and get this 1st down.
Robertson's been so mature behind center. Surveying the field, goes to his 3rd check and misses him. Intended receiver there, Josh Cameron.
Yeah, that was just a clean miss. That's something that he's able to make all the time, but it looks like they're staying on the field here, Rick.
A 4th down, and interesting decision here out of Coach Aranda if he keeps his offense on the field.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to step into that throw, hence why he sailed it a little bit outside.
Will, you surprised by this? Their own 42-yard line, they're going for it?
I'm not. I mean, what SMU did being explosive, why not, man?
Throws this one downfield and over the head of the receiver, but we've got flags on the play. Intended for Cole Wilson there. Flag coming out, and you're seeing a little bit of frustration there out of Lamadrick Spencer.
Holding, defense, number 15, 10-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Coach Aranda wasn't worried at all, was he?
You got a nice double move and a slot fade, so you got a hold right there. Yeah, he knows already.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, 4th down, I can't make that penalty.
Slap the helmet there. And 1st down for the Bears on now SMU side of midfield. Handoff once again. Bryson Washington for a couple.
And you're going to see a lot with this Baylor offense, a lot of direct runs. Again, if they're able to get 3 yards of pop, I mean, you're still going to get a manageable 3rd down or manageable 4th down in this situation.
Biasano on the stop. And that brings up 2nd and 8. Robertson pass complete out into the flat to his running back Washington. No gain on the play will bring up 3rd down.
That's the one thing about this secondary with Moses and Okovia is that they are very, very sound tacklers on the perimeter. So great job right there on the quick screen, closing the space, making that tackle.
Washington in motion over the middle, quick pass, and that's complete to Michael Trigg. And Trigg, what a player that young man is. How about the ump cam here? First replay there.
I like this. I like this view.
Good perspective.
I like this as a color analyst. I would not like this as a defender. You can see me holding all the time.
Robertson again looking deep, checks back off, down low, has his receiver Caden Knighton. And Caden Knighton gains a couple. Let's take a look at today's keys to the game, brought to you by Sky Rizzi.
Yeah, keys to the game for Baylor. It's important that they finish the drive with the red zone scoring. You see they're already down here almost in the high red zone. They got to finish the play and also limit the explosive runs on defense. For SMU, balanced offense so far. I mean, they're out there being explosive already, and also too, you know, be really, really sound on defense.
Caden Knighton gets the handoff this time. He tries to go right behind the center, and nothing doing there. Maybe a gain of 2. Isaiah Smith on the stop. Isaiah Smith, the senior out of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, last week, Baylor's offense, they had issues finishing the drive. So that's why my keys to the game, you see they're already driving the ball down here. Granted, they had a penalty to help them out, but it's important to finish this drive.
Bryson Washington back in the backfield with Robertson. Cole Wilson takes the quick pitch, and nothing doing. Isaiah Smith all over that one.
This defense is fast. You try to get out on the perimeter. They're able to close the space and make this play. There you go from top right here. Does a great job contain. They call it either a gator roll or a wrap and roll, tackling them with the tackle for loss.
The Mustang defense stepping up here as it's 4th down, and they're going to go for it again, but this time it's 4th and 9.
Expecting some more intermediate passing game here. Throwing it to Trigg.
Washington into block. Pressure on. And he's sacked. Ahmad Moses.
There you go. That's what you do. This whole drive, Robinson's been having tons of time back there.
Moses, a big sack here. The ACC defensive back of the week from a week ago. And he shuts down the Bears offense. You're watching CW Football Saturday, presented by Marco's Pizza. Order your Marco's Pizza today. What a week number 1 it has been for the ACC. Big wins. Florida State a part of that, defeating Alabama and then Miami. What a game for Miami as they have jumped into the top 5 in the rankings, and SMU getting ready for their 2nd offensive play of the game. I know that's surprising.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's already 7-7.
Handoff inside to Chris Johnson Jr. And he'll work forward for about 6 yards.
Yeah, I'm excited about this kid. He reminds me of, Brashard Smith from last year. Not as physically sound. Brashard came in with a NFL-ready body, but man, he has a 10-4 speed that he's going to put on display today.
They call him top 3 as far as speed on the team, and he gets the 2nd carry and breaks it almost up to the first down line, and Jacob Redding shutting him down.
That's what I like right there. He has that quick, that 1-2, that boom, boom, 1-2 step that I like to see. Here you go again. Great footwork.
And again, up the middle for Johnson. And this time gaining about 2 yards. Keaton Thomas on the stop.
Rick, you're going to see a running back by committee here today. They're going to use everyone in the backfield.
TJ Harden is in the backfield now as Johnson just came off. And Coach Lashley said they need to establish a run game so it can help their pass game. Well, he told us that before they threw a touchdown pass on the first play. This one, another strike, complete just inside the 30-yard line to Matthew Hibner.
Yeah, Kevin right now, he's doing a great job dropping back, and he's finding the one-on-one matches. Right now, you had Hibner on a corner route.
And this fast-paced offense by the Mustangs. Once again, this time Jennings off to the side. Great one-handed catch. TJ Harden.
Look, it wasn't many yards, but it was a hell of a catch. So
That's right.
It's going on the highlight.
Reached out for that one, helping Jennings' numbers.
But again, it just tells you the kind of athletes they have in the backfield. That's why they're using everyone.
Great change of motion there for TJ Harden. I'll show you once again this catch.
I'll tell you what, they make some nice gloves these days. I'm just letting you know that right now, Rick. The technology with these gloves, but that's one great catch right there by TJ.
That was. That'll bring up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive for the Mustangs. Derek McFall now, as we mentioned, this is a redshirt freshman in the backfield. Running back by committee. Jennings surveying the field again. This time he's going to scramble. He's still looking for receiver, but wrapped up, gets away. What a move by Jennings. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1, but probably ran 40 yards.
Yeah, this was crazy. I don't know how he got out of it. If you meet him in person, Kevin Jennings is not a big dude, but man, he is very slick and slippery and got up out of there.
Shifty there for Jennings. And got a player down on the field. DK Kalu, number 93, being attended to right now. Look on the right side of your screen here. Yeah, he gets rolled on.
Yeah.
Fast-paced game, Will. I mean, as far as SMU calling the plays, getting things happening so quickly for this Mustang team, and nothing quicker as we see this is a good sight. Kalu being able to walk off on his own power. But so fast-paced for the Mustangs that obviously the first strike for 75 yards, but now play after play after play, just really hitting that defense so hard for Baylor. And we talked to Coach Aranda. He said that's one of the biggest things is they like to get a defense where they can't switch their positioning and then attack maybe a weakness that they see.
Yeah, that goes into their preparation. I mean, he's able to rotate everybody in and keep the same tempo and speed. So Rhett is already on fire with his play calling.
And the field goal attempt is good. Colin Rogers puts more points on the board. It's the Mustangs up by 10 early here in the first quarter. Let's take a look at that Pacific Life replay. Will, play number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we wasted no time. Coach Rhett Lashley was able to identify the one-on-one matchup there. Should have been picked off, but Romello Brinson does a great job with concentration, getting the football up the field and getting to the end zone for 6.
Pack Life, nearly 160 years strong with financial strategies for a more confident future, and nobody more confident right now than Romello Brinson after getting him on the board early for that initial touchdown. And Cole Wilson back, and he's going to field this one at the 3-yard line. making tacklers miss. Wilson all the way over the 30-yard line. Cole Wilson trying to keep a streak alive as well. As far as completions, he's got a 31 straight game reception record that is continuing on the line.
Yeah, and for his production, he's not a big guy, but he's absolutely dynamic, which is why you see him returning kicks out there, playing receiver on the X, the slot. You're going to see him all over the place.
Maybe a little bit like you. Versatile there, Will?
Yeah, very versatile, yes.
Bryson Washington back in the backfield with Robertson. Robertson fakes to Washington off into the flat, and this one goes to Ashton Hawkins.
So now you see them, instead of like running the ball on the perimeter, getting tackled, they're now trying to get the ball quickly out to the perimeter. So right now, you see Baylor get into the tempo, changing up. You're going to see this alternate series. Sometimes they may go regular, sometimes they may go tempo.
That's what Scott Simmons, the defensive coordinator for the Mustangs, said. Very hard to get to Robertson because he releases the ball so fast.
Yeah, he gets that football out, especially if you're just in a spot drop. He's able to find the little areas between the zones with the linebackers and the safeties when he's throwing that football.
Completion there from Robertson to Washington. Brings up second down after pretty much no gain. Washington in motion, and that one intended for Michael Trigg. Maybe came a little bit too early for him. Threw it over his back shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like they're communicating, saying like, hey man, wait till I give you my eyes. Like, I think he just broke and threw it and he didn't look yet. So it looks like there was some miscommunication between Trigg and Robertson there.
Robertson still trying to get into rhythm here. Really, they got punched in the mouth so quickly by SMU. You got to catch your breath. Looking again this time, he throws out into the flat. And completion, but short of the first down, is Josh Cameron.
Yeah, that was a great call offensively. You saw it was 3rd and long, and last time SMU brought tons of pressure. Right now they sent the house, and then they were able to throw a screen, which is what you want against an all-out blitz.
4th and 4. Trying to draw the Mustangs off sides. Play clock under 10. Robertson looking again. Pressure. And this one a completion. Able to hit Michael Trigg. What a talented tight end Michael Trigg is.
Now, people may look at this and say, hey, man, this is an aggressive call. Yeah, great job by Trigg right here, just adjusting to this low football right there. He's a monster, okay? Speaking of athletic freak, this guy is a beast.
And everybody's talking about him making the move to the NFL, as we saw Washington, the ball carrier there.
Now, people may say, I'm going to get back to my statement of, oh, they're being super aggressive going on 4th down, but it's been a trend lately, not just in college football, but in the NFL, where people are really relying on analytics in terms of like, hey, if it says go for it, go for it. So it's more so they're being smart based on what the percentage is telling them versus being aggressive.
Hand off once again on the inside. Washington, the ball carrier. And he is wrestled to the ground at the 26-yard line. Brandon Booker making the stop there. Brandon Booker and Brandon Miyazono starting at linebacker for the Mustangs, because a little banged up is Alexander Kilgore and Zakai Barker, guys who would start in front of them normally. Upended before he got to the line of scrimmage. Washington. Ahmad Moses with the big hit. What a game Ahmad Moses is having already, and also coming off of last week's game where he returned an interception for 95 yards.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man, these two safeties, they will come down and hit. They will tap on the perimeter. They will go in the box. They will make plays. I love these guys.
Nothing doing. The Mustangs all over them on 4th down. Washington not able to get that first down, and the Mustangs will take over once again. 2 possessions for the Mustangs. They've been able to score on both of them, but it's their defense that gets them the ball back here. You're watching CW Football Saturday, brought to you by Pacific Life. Nearly 160 years strong with financial strategies for a more confident future. At SMU, it's called the Pony Express. Yep, Craig James, Eric Dickerson. What a dynamic duo those two were. And the Mustangs continue to be strong at that running back position. CJ back there, Chris Johnson. This time it's TJ Harden that lined up in the backfield, but pass complete to Romello Brinson.
Able to see some of his RPO action. He was able to read and again find the one-on-ones on the outside. He's doing a great job of really assessing what's going on the perimeter.
It's time to give to Harden, and up the middle, and that line doing a great job. That gets the first down.
Yeah, that was something Auburn was able to do against Baylor last week, was run the football, which it happens to put Baylor behind, which is why they had to throw the ball 58 times.
We saw him run behind Logan Parr there, the captain. They call him the professor. He has 3 degrees, and now a little bit of scrambling here for Jennings, and he'll take it out of bounds after a short gain. Cooper Lance running him out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a great job right now with TJ Harden picking up the protection right there. It's good to see these running backs just being certain. He's a senior, so you know he knows what to look for and does a great job of protecting his quarterback.
Johnson back in at running back. 2 wideouts left and right. And quarterback run, nothing doing. Right up the middle, Matthew Fobbs-White.
He wasted no time. That was a perfect form tackle. We call that teach tape. When we watch it on film, we like it, we put it into our file where we get to teach people how to do this.
Lots of 5 yards, and the junior, listen to that. Oh, yeah.
Didn't break stride, just went through and made that tackle. What a hit.
Monroe, Louisiana, where Matthew Fobbs-White is out from. Johnson again in the backfield. It's time to block. And Jennings throws it all the way to the sidelines, and a completion there to Link Rhodes.
I don't think people understand how tough of a throw that is. He went from the opposite hash, almost falling backwards, threw it all the way to the far side.
And it looks as though the punt team's going to come in, and Wade McSparron will be back for the Mustangs. Kick this one away. Josh Cameron back for the Bears. McSparron, week 1, he was the Ray Guy Ray's 8 award winner. And timeout called by SMU. We'll start the season off right and get game ready. Scan the QR code below to shop team swag and game day essentials from the CW Football Saturday shop. Brought to you by Dick's. Every season starts at Dick's. Punt team's going to talk it over before they punt this one away.
Yeah, this curious to why they did take the timeout, but maybe saw something they were looking for. Maybe they make a certain adjustment. It could be a situation where Baylor could just go after it. You know, it's been an exciting game so far. It's a chess match. It's an in-state rivalry. Anything can happen.
Last week versus East Texas A&M, only 3 punts for Wade McSparron. Gets this one clean away and fielded at the 15. And Josh Cameron will fall forward about 4 yards. So the changes that have taken place here in 2025, again, the strength seating. And Will, I know you commented on that earlier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm a fan of that. You know, if you're a top-ranked team, but you have to be whatever 6 seed, 7 seed because you didn't win your conference, like that's a problem. So there were a lot of complaining people last year about it, but I agree with that one.
Yeah, enhanced strength of schedule as well as your record strength coming into play this year, a little bit more for the 2025 season. Caden Knighton back for the Bears. And Robertson fakes to him over the middle and completion to Josh Cameron.
This is where Sawyer was successful last week, was against Auburn, was he was able to, again, throw those inside intermediate throws. He has such a quick release that these linebackers cannot react to that throw.
And looking again for Cameron, and he pulls this one down. I know Mom Andrea is going to be happy watching her son with that catch. He always comes out on the field, Josh does, at the beginning of games, looks where his mom is. It's very special that his mom's able to make every game. She's had a double lung transplant, so for her at the game, it is a very big deal. That's going to end the first quarter, an explosive one at that, especially for the Mustangs. Play number 1 went 75 yards for the touchdown, and they are up 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. Let's take a look at today's Royal Caribbean game summary. And Will, we definitely start off with the first play of the game.
Yeah, Kevin Jennings not even warmed up, and Rhett Lashley already sending the heat down the field to Terrell Brinson for the touchdown. And you look at Baylor being aggressive, right? 1 for 3 on 4th down, trying to get there. But right now, despite doing all that, it's still 10-zip.
And quick carry there for Caden Knighton as second quarter underway.
Again, Baylor getting back to what they were doing earlier before they went tempo, right? These direct runs. You're going to see more perimeter passes. They do a lot of motioning. You already seen that already, so you'll see some more of that. More perimeter passings, more direct runs.
Aranda has a lot of confidence in his quarterback as he sits back, surveys the situation. Had a wide open receiver in the middle, but decided to use the legs, and he'll go for about 5.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you can look, this offensive line is doing an outstanding job, only sending 3 on that pass rush. So he's right there chilling, having a cup of coffee, which I might go get myself.
How about the ump cam?
The ump cam is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it really is.
Right at us. Washington back next to Robertson, and he's going to get the carry and breaks up a hole almost to the 40-yard line. He's at the 41. Cameron Robertson with the stop. Cameron out of Plano, Texas. Also involved there was Wacobia, Isaiah Wacobia. What a amazing player for the Mustangs. First down play, and this one over the left shoulder and incomplete to Ashton Hawkins.
Yeah, that was a great idea by Sawyer. He saw that his receiver was in, he's been defended pretty well. The defensive back was on top as he's taught, so he tried to throw a back shoulder versus that one-on-one matchup.
Didn't time it up there as we take a look. 12 pass plays for 72 yards. 13 rush plays for 21 yards. So when Aranda said they wanted to establish the run, they haven't done that yet, but they've still been pretty good through the air.
Yeah, definitely some balanced play calling there.
And once again, this time in and out of the hands of Cole Wilson. Isaiah Smith with the pressure.
Yeah, he was relentless off the edge right there. He knew right away. Yeah, holding me.
Looks like we got a flag on the play.
Holding, offense, number 69, 10-yard penalty, second down.
Yeah, he came right off the edge right there, aggressive.
Yeah, I'd call that aggressive.
Pretty much.
Sidney Fugar with the flag that time, so that backs him up.
But this is what SMU is going to need. If they can just rush 4 and drop coverage and create pressure, that's a big deal. Because lately, when they've been rushing 3 or 4, Sawyer's been chilling back there, able to deliver the football.
Second and 20. Washington back there with Robertson, and he goes into motion. He'll be an option But he goes to the other side of the field, and a flag flown. Ashton Hawkins was the intended receiver, and it looked like Deuce Harmon was all over it.
Yeah, that one's going to get called right there. That's tough.
Harmon, another Texas native.
Pass interference, defense, number 7, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Yeah, defensive backs, you have to try your best to really get your head around. If the referee doesn't see you at least attempt to get your head around and look for the football, that flag is coming out of their pocket immediately.
Didn't take long there. And that's a first down for the Bears after the penalty.
Yeah, it was great coverage. Just got to get your head around.
Takes a handoff and quick pass. This time out to Kobe Prentice. Senior out of Calera, Texas. Transfer from Alabama. And he gets a catch. Second and short. And stacked up at the line of scrimmage again. And Washington not able to fight through for the first down.
Listen, Rick, when I can hear the pads from way up here, that's how I know some real action is going on down the field. Hearing the pads click, man, that gets me excited.
It was a pop, and that time Brandon Booker stopping at the line of scrimmage. Third and short. Crowd making some noise here. Robertson going to pass again, this time into the end zone it goes. Completion to Kobe Prentice. Touchdown for the Bears. And Will, maybe a little push off here. What do you think?
It's funny when I get asked that question because I played both sides. Listen, a little push, but I'll tell you what, though, it was a heck of a play. Even better throw.
That was an impressive run there. 3 minutes, 26 seconds off the clock on that drive. 9 plays, 81 yards. And Connor Hawkins in for PAT. It is good. Coming right into your living room. Look at this spiral. And it's Prentice that gets him on the board. You're watching CW Football Saturday, brought to you by Marco's Pizza. Order your Marco's Pizza today. By PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. And by Royal Caribbean. Come seek. Recent success has not just been the Mustangs on the gridiron. They have been great in so many different sports, including volleyball, a 25-8 record from a year ago. Rhett Armstrong is kicking off, and Chris Johnson back deep. And that kick goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line. You see the flag in the air.
The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
CW Sports Saturday continues as we head out west for a matchup between Fresno State and Oregon State. Then buckle up as the NASCAR Xfinity Series speeds into St. Louis with drivers fighting for every point on the road to the playoffs. Finally, San Diego State looks for a big road win against Washington State. Don't miss a second of the action. CW Sports Saturday continues next only on the CW. Jennings heading the other way now with his Mustangs.
I'm taking another shot right here, Rick. If I'm SMU, I'm going down the field right now.
From the 35-yard line. And Jennings is going to run this one. A lot of pressure. And this time it was Amarian Winston.
You only have so many options versus an empty backfield. You got a quick game, a quarterback run. That's 1 to 2.
Great completion rate so far for Jennings. Johnson's going to get the carry this time, and shifty moves, makes it all the way out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, the one thing not talked about enough with Chris Johnson, obviously his speed, his 10-4 speed stands out, but his vision, his footwork, his balance, he almost reminds you of Le'Veon Bell, the way he's able to just slice through the defender. So he's a phenomenal running back.
T.J. Harden in the backfield for the Mustangs now. And this one, quarterback keeper. And he is met about the line of scrimmage by Jacob Redding.
Listen, Jacob Redding with an outstanding open field tackle against a dynamic runner like him. He does a great job closing the space, fitting them up, and wrapping. That's how you tackle open field people.
And it's impressive. Jennings, you had mentioned, he's not a big guy, but he was able to run through that one. Let's see what they do here on 4th and 1. Quarterback keeper again, and off the right side, he'll get the first down as he gets to midfield.
Baylor might want to start setting that edge on the left side. so far, there's been a few runs already on this drive to that side. I was always told by my defensive coordinator, no edge, no chance.
Yeah, short side of the field.
The edge.
And we've seen it out of Jennings a couple times now. Delayed handoff here to T.J. Harden up the middle.
Yeah, this was a situation that they struggled with last week in Baylor, trying to stop the run from the quarterback, from the running backs, all the above, and that's what really put them behind, as I mentioned earlier. So right now you can see SMU taking a page out of that playbook.
And a quick pass here, but a flag before the play. Actually, a great catch, by the way, by Jalen Cooper.
A lot of great 1-yard catches today so far.
Flag on the play, though, before the snap.
Illegal formation. Offense. More than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
We were in Canada, we'd be fine.
But we're in Dallas, and you're not allowed to do that. Rhett Lashlee calling the plays as his offense now has a 2nd and long. Johnson back in the backfield. He's going to be a receiver this time. He's got plenty of open space. After a gain of 2, brought down by DJ Coleman.
Greg, listen, the open field tackling has been on display. I am excited watching this right now. Through the near hip, wrapping the legs, wrapping, squeeze, bringing them down. Kids, if you're watching at home, please watch this game and notice this open tackling. Okay, this is outstanding football right here. I'm being serious.
Coaches called DJ Coleman a cover guy, but that was, as you mentioned, textbook tackling there. Jennings over the middle, wide open. And once again, it's Romello Brinson. Brinson with the first down. 19-yard carry, and then the flag came out, and I'm going to say that this was probably him signaling shooting a gun, and that's a new rule this year. You can't do that. Let's listen to what the referee has to say here. That's it.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 3. 15-yard penalty, 1st down. That is number 3's first unsportsmanlike of the game.
So it's a new penalty this year. Any form of a gun or shooting or some type of explosion, they're going to call that, and that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, and when the league office sends it as an emphasis for the season, like, it's going to get called.
And it did. Johnson in the backfield. Jennings fakes the run, throws over the side, wide open. Johnson with that speed runs out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, a great call again by Rhett Lashlee. Again, taking the quarterback run, which they've been successful with on this entire drive, and finding 10-4 speedster Chris Johnson down the sideline for the catch.
Quick pass out to the flat. And this time it's R.J. Maryland.
Yeah, we haven't heard RJ a lot today, but you're going to see a lot of 12 personnel looks. You might see RJ and Hibner at the same time, but it's 12 personnel, but they're going to line up and look like 11 because RJ lines up a lot in the slot.
R.J. Maryland out of Southlake, Texas. T.J. Harden in the backfield now next to Jennings. Jennings plans to run it. Inside the 10 and pulled out of bounds. Maybe a horse collar.
Definitely a horse collar. He took the whole name tag off.
7 yards. And T.J. Harden.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear as day. Yeah. Grabs the horse collar. Cannot do that. One time I was in Green Bay playing the Bears.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense, number 45, half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
One time I was returning a punt versus the Chicago Bears, and I even felt his finger touch my nameplate, and I just let myself go. I just flopped.
You knew.
And they definitely called it.
You knew. Inside the red zone, and Harden, the running back. He's going to get the carry up the middle, pushing the pile.
Reward that man.
Touchdown. The UCLA transfer from Los Angeles, California, barrels into the end zone.
Yeah, he does a great job just getting the football and wasting no time. One-on-one with the linebacker, defensive back, who doesn't matter. He'll take it in for the touchdown.
11 plays, 65 yards, 4:51 off the clock. And Colin Rogers in for the PAT. As the crowd is cheering on SMU once again into the end zone. It's a 17-7 lead for the Mustangs.
Mike Hamm inside our CW studio with this game break. Some concern about Archie Manning in Texas following that Week 1 loss against Ohio State. That's officially in the rearview mirror. Archie Manning, the touchdown strike. Jack Andrus, the tight end. Manning right now 3 touchdown passes. Texas rolling 21-0, Rick.
Thank you, Mike. And getting ready for the kick. And after that impressive touchdown run by Harden. Connor Hawkins. We've got Colin Rogers back to kick for the Mustangs. And Cole Wilson will be deep for Bears. And that one will go out of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Tonight, the NASCAR Xfinity Series takes on the tight turns of Worldwide Technology Raceway in St. Louis. It's fast speeds, fierce battles, and no shortage of fireworks as the drivers are battling every playoff spot. Don't miss a second of the action. The NASCAR Xfinity Series from St. Louis tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, only on the CW. Connor Zilisch has been very impressive in this first year, full-time year in the Xfinity Series for Junior Motorsports.
Young buck out there.
Yes. As we see now, Washington in the backfield, and they fake the handoff to him. Quick pass to Ashton Hawkins, and Hawkins still making some moves, gets out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, they're able to make some noise now with the downfield pass game. They've got an explosive play, which led to a touchdown. Again, with the ump cam, listen, about this ump cam, it's letting you viewers really know, like, as linebackers, we can't really see that well between the tackles.
Oh, almost a INT there.
And that was a little low.
Yeah, Miyazono almost had his hands on that one. They've had a couple picks run back already this year. Miyazono wanted to add his name to the list.
Sorry, trying to not to throw picks at all this year so far. He has it.
Robertson surveying the defense and looking to his left. He makes connection with Ashton Hawkins again. The DeSoto, Texas 6th-year player. And first down for the Bears. And we got a player, and Hawkins is down after the catch. Hawkins transferred here, Texas State, to the Bears, and so crew will take a look at him. We'll be right back.
Mike Evans at our CW studios. We got the halftime show. It's presented by Subaru. Love, it's what makes Subaru Subaru. Michael Bumpus will join me in studio. We'll get his thoughts on the first half. And we got game previews from Corvallis and Pullman for some more CW football action coming up later today. But let's get you back out to Dallas. Rick?
Steady rain starting to fall here as we see Washington, the ball carrier, and a little extracurricular activities after the play is over.
Yeah, looking for this Baylor offense to get back to controlling, right? Right now you see the switch, the change in the tempos, but they're doing direct runs, and then boom, try to hit them over the top for the explosive plays.
And one brings up 2nd and 9. And now this light precipitation, will it affect the receivers? Not this time. Josh Cameron gets the reception on the sideline. The preseason All-American, all Big 12, all Texas.
All action right now. That's
all
what
action.
He's doing. What's so impressive with Sawyer Robertson, he looks so calm and comfortable in the pocket. Like, it looks like he's not even trying when he's throwing the football, which could be an indication how strong his arm is.
Hands the ball off to Washington. He takes it off the right side for one. Robertson, you mentioned how comfortable he looks back there. 6'4", 220. I mean, you're talking pro quarterback size.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Babbitt-all how he has full autonomy of the offense. He can make every check. He can any adjustment. It is his call on what he wants to do. So that's really impressive what he's able to do so far with that freedom.
And he throws over the right side, complete. The move into the end zone. 33 yards for Josh Cameron. And a quick strike by the Bears.
I love how he's able to scan, looks off the safety a little bit, goes back to the single side coverage, and makes a beautiful touch pass for the touchdown.
In for the PAT, Brett Armstrong. Actually, Connor Hawkins is going to do the PAT here for the Bears. Right down the middle. 14-17. Bears closing in. Take another look.
Yeah, just a one-on-one matchup on the outside. Looks like cover two, so he's able to throw it into between the safety and the corner. That is a difficult throw to make. It is so dangerous because it could be either be an interception or a knockout hit for the safety. He does a great job dropping it right in the bucket for a touchdown for Josh Cameron.
7 plays, 75 yards, and it was quick. 2 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock for the Bears, and they pulled right back into 3 down from the Mustangs. Bears will kick it away once again. This time it's Red Armstrong that'll do the kicking duties. Chris Johnson will be deep once again for the Mustangs. Jennings waiting his opportunity to come back out on the field. This one hangs up high. Johnson fields it at the 8. He'll stay behind his teammates. Get out to almost the 25. 17-yard return. The iconic TV franchise is joining the CW with a brand new series, Law and Order Toronto: Criminal Intent. The same team that brought you the original series of ripped from the headlines cases. This time in a new city and on a new network. Law & Order Toronto Criminal Intent Series premiere Wednesday, September 24th, right here on the CW. Jennings, the mature junior quarterback for the Mustangs. You see already, he's been perfect throwing the ball, and we've seen him scrambling more and quarterback plays for runs. This time he looks to throw, and as quickly as we say it, he hits his receiver, Jalen Cooper. Cooper's going to go all the way. The true freshman puts his name on the list of getting in the end zone today.
The Army All-American makes the outstanding play. I'll tell you what, Kevin Jennings, man.
Perfect pass.
Yeah, he is perfect. 10 for 10 right now.
Colin Rogers in for the extra point. And Rogers is perfect as well. And just that quickly, they have done it twice now in this game. A one-play scoring explosion.
Yeah, Jalen Cooper, just outstanding. We spoke to Catch Brett Lashley about him. Like, he already knows. He said, I threw an absolute dime, okay, on the run.
Jennings, that's his 7th different receiver that he's hit today. And we talk about him perfect. Well, it's not just throwing to a favorite. He spread the ball all over the field.
Well, yeah, we spoke to Coach Brett Lashley last night about receivers he's like to step up and what they can do. And he talked about Jalen Cooper, the Army All-American, like he's going to step up and make big plays, but also talks about the growth of Kevin Jennings. Like, again, he has more control of this offense. He's been, you know, he's probably the one person who hangs out with everybody on the team. Just really likable, really outstanding, man. So you can see right now just his energy, what he's able to do, getting this football to everyone on the team.
Matt Powledge called Jennings Houdini with the ball in his hands yesterday when we talked to him.
Well, we just saw some
defensive
magic.
coordinator. Yes. Once again, the magic is happening out of Jennings' arm. Colin Rogers to kick away to Cole Wilson. Wilson's going to field this one on the 2-yard line. And brought down after a 19-yard gain.
Yeah, right there, Jalen. Yep, he's right there, and he's running his route. And watch right here. You see a scramble drill? Boom, turn up field. That's exactly what you do as a receiver. When your quarterback is in trouble and he's scrambling, you don't just sit there and wait and try to like figure out or box the player out. You turned up field. The Green Bay Packers, when Aaron Rodgers was there, that's what they were known to do. They would run a short route like a comeback or a hitch, and as soon as Aaron Rodgers would start to scramble, they would take off down the field, and that let the quarterback know I could just launch it to my receiver.
Sawyer Robinson, ball in hand, throws over the middle, complete to Ashton Hawkins. And Hawkins run out of bounds after a gain of 11.
So we got a duel going on right now with these quarterbacks. Okay, it may not look like it because the plays from SMU are absolute dynamites, but right now Sawyer is fighting right now. I mean, right there. If
look at his
if Kevin wasn't perfect, which he is, like you're like, come on, man, Sawyer's cooking right now.
And another completion once again to Hawkins off the left side, and he'll run out of bounds at the 45. LaRodrick Spencer pushing him out. Another first down for the Bears. It might be quick strike for the Mustangs, but we have seen the Bears march down the field. Coach Aranda still trying to dig out of the hole from play number 1. Quick pass initially intended for Michael Trigg. That one goes up in the air and almost picked off.
Yeah, that's a tough throw. You're going to start front side and you're going to work all the way back, and then you're going to throw an intermediate route where a linebacker's standing right there. That's a dangerous throw for Sawyer.
And it looks as though the light rain has stopped falling now. So maybe a little easier for the receivers to get their hands on the ball. Cam giving us a great look here from the linebacker perspective.
Oh, this is great.
Robinson gives to his running back, Knighton. And the freshman upended before he got to midfield. 5-yard carry there for Knighton.
The thing that stands out to me about this game, you can tell that both of these teams are extremely well coached in terms of how they are being physical, blocking, how they are tackling. That's football. Football is blocking, tackling, and those are true indicators on how well coached your team is.
We've seen some great hits already today. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. And Robertson looking left. Once again, Hawkins seems to be his favorite receiver. 5'10", 600 or 168 pounds, 6th-year player. Knocked out of bounds by Marcellus Barnes that time.
When you hear the saying, taking a profit, this is what you're doing, throwing short passes. And here we go. We got another 4th down that we're going for here already.
4th and 1. Defense trying to get the crowd in this one. Trigg in motion. Hands off to Washington. He churns ahead for the 1st down.
Yeah, so far this game, it's going to be a 4-down situation for Baylor. You know, whatever the analytics say, they may say go for it, but at the same time, you can't give the football back to SMU because they're just one play down the field touchdown.
Robertson with a new set of downs. 42-yard line, and he's going to throw it off the right side. He gets Trigg, and Trigg hit immediately as he caught the ball. The clock continues to run as we close in on the 2-minute timeout. And stay tuned for the final 2 minutes of the half, presented by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. We're in the final 2 minutes of the half, and it's time for the 2-minute drill, presented by the Active Cash Credit Card from Wells Fargo. Be a 2%er. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. What are we going to see in these final 2 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, you want them pretty much to get a touchdown, but also to not leave any time left on the clock for SMU because they're known to take one shot and get down the field.
Well, and Hawkins scrambling after the completion, able to gain another 1st down for the Bears, and they are once again in striking distance. That one for 13. Lamondrick Spencer on the stop.
In this case, you want to try your best to pretty much leave as little time as possible. You don't even want SMU to get a field goal going into the half. So you want to try to score, keep as little time as possible, and not let SMU get any points going into this half.
Robertson with time. Quick pass to Trigg. Trigg makes it down to the 15. That's short of the 1st down. Ahmad Moses on the stop.
The most important thing here is get a touchdown, right? So, like, don't be so focused on the time, the clock there. But, yes, you want to get in there for 6. Not 3, you need 6.
And you mentioned run the clock down so that SMU doesn't have a chance. And this time, Washington. Legs continue to churn as he gets down to the 7-yard line.
Did a great job coming to the 2nd level. Block it there. Caden Siraki over there. Very great job. All guys been blocking, man. I tell you, they've been moving bodies all game long.
Washington stays in the backfield. 2 receivers split out wide to the left, 1 to the right. Robertson gives to Washington. Washington rolls right into the end zone. 8-yard touchdown run. And as we talked about earlier, the textbook tackling, didn't happen there for SMU. Didn't wrap him up.
Yeah, it didn't happen there, but also some great blocking as they've been doing all game long. And the one thing about Washington is able to do, Washington has unbelievable contact balance. Get there for 6. So yeah, great job getting the points.
Connor Hawkins in for the point after. That drive took 4 minutes 7 seconds off the clock and will leave 37 on. PAT is good. And once again, the Bears have pulled within 3.
Look at that. You see the big boys up front just moving bodies, pushing everybody to the right side of the ump cam for the touchdown.
Washington and official timeouts. So the two quarterbacks have really put on a show. We talked about them at the beginning of this one, but Robertson, Jennings are the real deal. They are what was billed as great quarterbacks, and they have shown us today. The 21 completions already by Robertson, very impressive, but Kevin Jennings hasn't missed a receiver yet.
He hasn't, and you can tell they pretty much have the same amount of yards and touchdowns, but you can see that Sawyer has been having to drive the ball, work the ball down the field with little check downs, and here have you. But Kevin Jennings, explosive plays. I mean, he's going to have highlights all week.
Yes.
all week.
Yeah. It's been a highlight reel for both of these quarterbacks already today, and we're just closing in on the half. Bears kicking off. Brett Armstrong do the duties. And Squibb kicks it. And that one is downed by the Mustangs. News Nation Wednesday, a primetime event. Bill O'Reilly uncovers the disturbing parallels between history's most ruthless leaders and today's global threats. Leland Bittert hosts Bill O'Reilly Confronting Evil. That's Wednesday at 10, 9 Central on News Nation. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com. 36 seconds, 36 ticks on the clock for the Mustangs, and Jennings has his running back deep behind him. Johnson will carry the ball, but for a yard.
It looks like Rhett's just going to let this one go because you got two timeouts, right? I believe I will still try to go get some points, but it looks like right now they're going to let it go.
And it looks as though they're going to let this one run down. 10 seconds ticking away. And it will happen. The half comes to us. And at the end of the first half, it is the Mustangs ahead by 3 after the break. It's back to CW Football Saturday. Studio with Mike Yam and Michael Bumpus. You're watching CW Football Saturday presented by Marco's Pizza. Order your Marco's Pizza today. 24-21, the advantage for the Mustangs over the Bears. As this in-state rivalry continues, the quarterbacks, both sides, have a pair of touchdowns, and they have thrown the ball impressively today, Will.
Rick, it has been an absolute quarterback clinic in terms of what's been going on here. You have Kevin Jennings right there, perfect, right? Type of 10, throwing a touchdown, absolutely outstanding. And then Sawyer has been crazy. So yeah, look at this. I mean, just first play out the gate, boom. Should have been picked off, right? Arm wasn't warmed up probably, I'm assuming. But still, Burmello made the outstanding concentrated catch. And here, this is what Baylor was afraid of. They put a spy on Kevin Jennings to roll out, but the defensive backs needed to plaster, and they weren't able to do that with the outstanding throw. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. This is a legit boxing match. Kevin Jennings throwing the haymakers and the slugs, and the Sawyer out there with the jabs and the 1-2 combinations. Pretty much same yards, same TDs. But you can tell the difference right now. Sawyer's actually driving the ball down the field. If you're pressing up, he's going to throw it deep. If you play off, he's going to throw it short. Kevin Jennings does not care where you line up. He is throwing that football down the field.
And both quarterbacks showing so much confidence.
Oh, it's
poise,
outstanding.
Confidence, and really, as you mentioned, putting on a quarterback clinic. They're throwing the ball. They're able to scramble, run the ball.
Yeah, and this is controlled offense. This isn't like Kevin Jennings is not just throwing the ball being reckless. Like, he is finding guys who are open. He's extending plays. And Sawyer, he's just so calm and relaxed. Like, he's so unbothered. He's had the same expression on his face all game. And he's playing tough, man. So right now, wonderful performance by both quarterbacks.
Colin Rogers getting ready to kick it off. The Bears are going to receive the kickoff here in the second half. Cole Wilson going to grab it at the 3. And he hit the 17-yard line. And let's go down to the third member of our team, Wes Bryant.
Talked to Coach Dave Aranda coming out at halftime, and he talked about how much Kevin Jennings was hurting them, running out of the pocket and making throws. He said they need to play with better eyes in the second half, be more disciplined, and stop coming off of receivers when Jennings makes a move out of the pocket.
I think that's easier said than done.
It is, but that was a big emphasis for coordinator Matt Pollard. He was saying, like, we're going to put a spy on him, but also our defensive backs are going to have to plaster when he's scrambling. So far, they have not done a great job of that.
Washington in the backfield once again. Beside Robertson, he's going to throw on first down. Over the middle, wide open. Cole Wilson. The streak continues. And we mentioned that's 32 straight games with a reception. Third longest streak in the country. Ahmad Moses making the stop after a 27-yard pickup.
And you go with the tempo.
Robertson on the stop.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're giving Sawyer so much time, you're not giving any pressure on him. And if you let him stand there and deliver, it's going to be a problem. So they got to start sending some heat on this drive, because he looks way too comfortable.
He's been very comfortable, and they have been able to march down the field a few times already. Hand out to his running back again. Pull off the left side, and Washington is going to pick up what's close to a first down.
Again, here we are with the ump cam, and look at this offensive line doing a great job. I mean, we're going to call that Moses, just parting the Red Sea, letting Washington run through, getting to the second level without getting touched. This offensive line has been incredible today.
So a great stop there by Macobia. Tipped up, and offensive lineman Caden Siraki tried to pull that down.
Yeah, incredible awareness, but a great job defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, you see Maizano get his hands up, and a great job knocking it down by Caden Siraki.
And that brings up 4th and inches. The Bears, they have done this all day long. Washington's going to try for it. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage. And that was all. Lamadrick Spencer.
Yeah, they send the nickel off the edge.
Loss of 1, and the Mustangs will take over. So they stop the Bears' drive. Mustangs will have another attempt on the other side of the break. You're watching CW Football Saturday, brought to you by Marco's Pizza. Order your Marco's Pizza today. And by Bank of America. What would you like the Power to do? We have talked about how impressive so far Sawyer Robertson has been. Well, RG3 now on the College Football Hall of Fame ballot. He's a lock, isn't he?
Oh, there's no question. You're kidding me?
I mean, you can't keep RG3 out.
Yeah. Shout out to RG3, my former teammate on the Commanders.
That's right. Jennings, quick pass over the right side, and his first miss.
Yeah, for that last play here, you got Lamarcus Spencer, number 15, here on the edge. He comes right off and blitzes right there. And you notice he doesn't even look at the quarterback. You want the quarterback to keep the ball in the situation because he's not really a big threat running the football. He goes right after, takes the running back out for the stop. So great job there by Lamarcus Spencer.
T.J. Harden in the backfield with Jennings. Jennings looking downfield now. Scrambles, and he'll get hit at the 46-yard line. Keaton Thomas brings him down. So that's the first real mistake we have seen out of Jennings this game. The incompletion, a little scramble here. We'll see what Coach Lashley throws at him in third down. Jennings scrambling again, a little pressure, but wide open on the left side is tight end Matthew Hibner with the completion and the first down.
I mean, this is just pretty. He's able to extend the play again and keep his eyes downfield. Coach Brett Lashley talked about, can he trust his protection? Like, there's a difference of him holding onto the football, taking a sack, or can he stand there and trust the protection? So far, he's been able to do that.
Quick pass to the tight end again. This one it's R.J. Maryland. And here's that tempo offense that we've been talking about. Aranda said that inside of 8 seconds they're going to make a snap. Harden, the ball carrier.
I mean, you can't even get a sip of water here.
No.
They are flying right now on offense.
Another first down. And this tempo is what defenses have nightmares about. Jennings tripped up by the official. And he's going to have a complete pass. Was his knee not down?
Well, it looks like he lost the football. It looks like he fumbled.
Yeah. And then the fumble. He drops the ball there, so it's still a live ball. I think he might have had his knee off the turf when he picked the ball back up, but it was close.
The previous play is under review to see if the ball carrier was down.
So we're going to take another look at it. And this time it's Rick Jackson, the replay official, will be looking at that.
And make sure the ref's not from Waco.
They're a Big 12 conference officiating crew. I noticed you brought that up while laughing. Trayvon Barrett, the referee, is going to take another look at this. But the ball's out there.
Right. Now, does he pick it up?
The question is, was his knee down when he grabbed the ball?
That's tough. That's so unfortunate. It looks like it was.
Yeah, so he's going to turn around. Is the right knee still on the ground when he grabs the ball? Because the second he touches the ball, if his knee's on the ground, it's down.
They should just say no. Give him the completion.
It's so close.
But here's the thing, referees do watch film. They watch film, so you should know, like, hey, I got a quarterback who's going to double back and go all over the place, Russell Wilson style. So let me be heads up.
Yeah, I think Rhett right now might be most frustrated with the official being in his way.
Oh, I know he's livid. There's no question.
Michael Mother said, why don't you shed some light on what we're seeing here?
Well, Rick, thanks. You know, it really looks as though when he picks up that ball, that his knee is up off the ground. But
we heard him say the ruling on the field is upheld. So second down. It was a loss of 9 yards, but it was a reception.
It was a reception. Like I said, they'll give it to him. That's still,
yeah,
that's tough.
Derek McFall. Redshirt freshman in the backfield now. And they fake the handoff to him, and this one batted down. So Jennings now on this drive, 2 incompletions.
Lately, you're seeing defenders on both sides getting their hands up in the passing lane. So it looks like that may have been a halftime adjustment. Let's get our hands up for these quick throws.
I wanted to say the name. Samu Taman Upape was on the break up there. And run off the left side. That was Derek McFall once again. Gain of 1. That's going to bring up 4th and 18.
Yeah, Simpkins does a great job holding the edge, not letting running back get all the way outside.
Rodgers coming back in. He has a 43-yard field goal already. This one is going to be 51. And looks like this one's going left. So the Bears stop the Mustangs, and they will get the ball back when we return to Dallas. Wes Bryant, Will Blackman, Rick Allen with you as Football Saturday continues. Big 12 versus ACC, 24-21. SMU leading. Coming up next, there's more CW Football Saturday action as Fresno State heads to Corvallis to take on Oregon State. In a can't-miss showdown, Fresno State versus Oregon State. That's coming up next, only on the CW. Defense is coming up strong here in the third quarter, stopping each other on their drives as we see Robertson over the middle, and he misses his receiver. Looking for Kobe Prentice.
Yeah, great stop by Baylor, keeping points off the football. You saw some uncharacteristic offense from Kevin Jennings and SMU, but Baylor did a great job keeping points off the board, and now you got a chance to go downfield and potentially tie it or take the lead.
Robertson with Caden Knighton in the backfield with him. And he fakes the handoff, throwing over the left side, complete. Ashton Hawkins just before he steps out of bounds.
I'll tell you what.
Impressive pass there.
Listen, the throw was good, but the adjustment, look at that, perfect on the outside. He left room enough in the outside for Sawyer to drop the football. And I'll tell you what, that adjustment was unbelievable, and the throw.
Terry Robinson putting on an impressive performance here, and quick out to Kobe Prentice. Robertson, we were told by Jake Spavital that on Fridays he actually runs the receivers meetings. No coaches in there, so he's in there talking to his receivers, and they have a great relationship as we have seen today.
You can tell based on the adjustments and where he's placing the football for his receivers.
Caden Knighton, the ball carrier, up the middle for a couple.
If you ever gone to like either professional practice or some colleges, they have a red line that's maybe about 5 yards from the sideline, and usually that's designed for the receivers to run on that to give the quarterback room to drop the football on the outside. So you can see right there, he did a great job holding that. We call it holding the red line to catch that football on the outside.
3rd and 3 for Robertson. Washington's in the backfield now as he goes into motion. And Robertson's going to carry this one wide open, and he'll slide down for the first down. 8-yard gain for Robertson, and he's doing everything the Bears need him to do.
Yeah, he saw something earlier on that blitz on that 4th down where they didn't even look at him, so he noticed. He's like, you know what, if they're not going to honor my quarterback, I'm going to throw in a design and run for him.
Coach Aranda, we talked to him before the game down on the field. Very philosophical and focused on his kids' attitude. And right now Robertson has the perfect attitude as he throws over the right side into the end zone over the head of Kobe Prentice.
Yeah, Coach Aranda, he's big on the on ball. Bro, looks like we got a flag down there.
Yeah, flag on the play.
Holding, offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty, First down.
Colton Price is going to get called for that one, but go ahead, Will.
Yeah, Coach Wren, he's big on ball brotherhood battle. He wants to know, like, why do you love football? He asks all of his guys to speak about why they love football, why did they play this game. Also, he's big on, like, learn about your teammates. He said it's important that when you go to battle with your teammate that you know what he's about, you know what he stands for, you know his culture, you know he's thinking, his identity, so you can trust him more. So yeah, he's a very, very deep coach in terms of his mind, how he thinks.
Trying to build that culture with the Bears in his 6th season as a lot of time here for Robertson. He's going to tuck it under the right arm, and he'll slide down again. This one might get called. 22-yard line, no flags. That was a late slide, that's for sure, as Brandon Booker put the shoulder pads on him when he was going down.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Listen, I've seen that one called several times. He does duck the head. You know, I'm not trying to call anybody out there, but I have seen this one called. But hey, let's move on.
No call on that one. 2nd down for Robertson. Kicks it out into the right side and complete to Washington. Washington, such a versatile back. Just a sophomore. And now, 3rd down, 7. And it's starting to get loud here in Ford Stadium.
Already assuming this is 2-down territory here.
That's true. 3 of 9 on 3rd down conversions so far for the Bears. Going to get to his running back. And he'll get the 1st down and more. Big run for Washington.
Yeah, awesome job capturing the edge right there. Look, he does a great job capturing the edge on the outside and has daylight to get the 1st down. It was almost too easy.
Great blocking scheme there by the Bears. A lot of room to run for Washington. He stays in the backfield. And now in the red zone, the Bears going to try to punch another one in. Washington moves to the right. Hit at the 5-yard line. Falls forward, but a penalty flag on the play. Wachovia on the stop.
Holding. Offense. Number 12. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
One of the things that Coach Dave Aranda was proud of was the no mistakes. The don't hurt yourself. You know, we're playing SMU. We don't want to hurt ourselves with penalties, but in this situation they do.
Yeah, they saw that one immediately. You got beat trying to block, got blown up and held on to the jersey. That was an easy call right there.
Still 1st and goal from the 17. Knighton almost in time to pick that one off was Deuce Harmon. He hit him the second the ball hit his numbers.
That's dangerous because that's a top play for Baylor, and he threw that one pretty late. Unfortunately, his receiver was able to get up on that. I mean, yeah, that's a dangerous play right there. You got to get that ball out very, very quickly because these defensive backs all game long, they've been aggressive, getting out the breaks, making tackles, being physical, being tough.
Harmon right there in time to break that one up for the incompletion. And now it's 2nd and goal. Again from the 17. Throws off to the left side again. This time complete. Hawkins making it back inside the 10-yard line. Well, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking here. I mean, right now we're 3rd down, right, 3rd and 9. You know, I would take a shot to the end zone here. You're already in a situation where you can tie the football game with the field goal. But right now, I'm gonna take a shot to the end zone, and if I don't get a touchdown, then I'm gonna take the points.
We've seen him run it in too. Let's see what Washington does in the backfield once again with Robertson.
Yeah, I'll work the tight end in the seam if he's available.
Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Pressure. Robinson rolls, flag on the play, and he throws it away. But looks like it's going to be another holding penalty. He throws the ball away, and more than likely they should have thrown it right to their receiver, to his hands, even if he was in coverage, because with the penalty flag.
Yeah, well, if it's on Baylor, I mean, you throw it to the end
Holding,
zone.
offense, number 69. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
You throw it to the end zone, you get a chance of an interception. You know what I'm saying? So, again, that play right there looked like they were trying to go for a touchdown, and they were going to settle for the 3 points, which looks like they're doing here.
They're going to go for the tie. Connor Hawkins in for the field goal, a 16-yard, or from the 16-yard line, a 26-yard attempt. It's up and good, and the score is tied. The Bears tie it up, 24-24 on Hawkins' right foot. And let's take a look at today's Royal Caribbean game summary. These quarterbacks have been so on target today, Will.
Yeah, they've been outstanding. You see Kevin Jennings there with the flick of the wrist, Jalen Cooper for the touchdown. And also, Sawyer Robertson has been methodical down the field. He's been taking the shots down the field. He's been doing an outstanding job getting to his receivers. And both of them, 0 turnovers, been protecting the football all game long. So, an absolute clinic by these two quarterbacks.
Brett Armstrong kicking off. The Bears have scored the last 10 points to tie this one up, and the Mustangs will start on their own 25.
Yeah, this is a huge drive. This is an important drive for SMU to get out of that rut that they're in right now. Get down the field and get more points, whether it's 6 or 3, doesn't matter. But they cannot have a drive like they did last time. But also give credit to Baylor's defense. They stepped up there and really, caused a lot of problems for SMU there.
SMU only gaining 19 yards in this third quarter. You see Baylor with 112 already. Chris Johnson, the running back, in next to Kevin Jennings. Jennings will hand off to CJ, and he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. And a flag late. This one looks like it might go against Baylor.
Possible hands to the face. I seen a helmet fly off.
It's really late, almost like somebody said something. The umpire threw the flag real late as one of the players was walking away.
After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 16, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Simpkins not happy, but take a look.
I love it. We got the ump cam. We got it close and personal. He's letting you know he took my helmet off.
And he threw the flag immediately.
Yeah.
We saw exactly what he saw.
That's awesome.
So 1st down after the penalty. See so far 5 penalties for Baylor, 4 for the Mustangs, as Jennings is going to throw this one. Now scrambles, has an opening and a blocker. Throws the ball out to the number 27, but the penalty flag, I believe he was across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there was no question. He ran around in circles and definitely went over the line of scrimmage.
It was a completion to Harden, but it won't be after they realized that he was a couple yards past the line of scrimmage.
Illegal forward pass. Offense, number 7, was beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw the pass. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Loss of down, 2nd down.
He was about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. That black line was the line of scrimmage. So that'll push Lashley's offense back a few yards. 2nd and 15 for the Mustangs. Look at the third quarter already. for the Bears. And a very dismal output for the Mustangs.
Yeah, SMU, they have to avoid these negative plays. That's what's been killing them the past 2 drives.
Jennings still looking to pass. This one over the top, just over the outstretched arms of his receiver, Yamir Knight.
It was there. It was there. Great job with the protection and throws it just. I mean, man, that's a little. Got to lay out for that one.
He did.
You got to. I know he tried. He got to lay out for that one.
Just over the fingertips of Knight, and that brings up 3rd and long. Play calling a little bit slower now for the Mustangs. These wide receivers right. Jennings with pressure again. Flag, and they're going to wrap up Jennings. And that will bring him down. Trevion Barnes stops him. Penalty flag, probably holding. Logan Parr may have been holding on to his defender.
Yeah, once you get your hands outside the frame, and they say if they beat your feet, meaning that if you're not moving your feet while blocking, they're really going to call it.
Holding, offense, number 71. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Yeah, Rick, the secondary so far has been doing an outstanding job. You see everyone bailing, staying on top, right? We're making you throw the ball deep because we're going to be on top. Therefore, you're not able to take those shots. So far, you see adjustment there of the receivers. Just stay on top, man. Eliminate the explosive plays.
And now it's a field position battle for the Mustangs as Wade McSparron is in for the punt. Josh Cameron back deep for the Bears. End over end punt. And he's hit before the ball gets to him. Flags are flown. And so penalty flags on SMU, another mistake. Oh boy. Lashley's like, no.
Deflated.
Why does this happen?
Deflated. This is a rough 3rd quarter so far.
It has been. So the officials will talk it over. Referee Cravon Barrett trying to figure out where the ball is going to end up. You have to give the receiver ample room to catch that ball.
There is no foul for kick catch interference. During a return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 25, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Huge change of events there for the Mustangs.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
I mean, he had his hand on his back.
He let go. Oh, man. That is... As a former special teamer, that is...
You're going to sign.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That is it. I didn't see a push. And also the guy ducked to hit him.
So it's still Baylor ball, but it gets pushed back from where they would have had it. And now they start deep in their own territory. 13-yard line for Robertson.
17 before was recovered.
So now they're checking out to see if the receiving team, which is Baylor, if they touched the ball. Yeah, it was definitely touched. Definitely touched by the feet of the returner. But does the penalty of the push in the back cause all of that to happen? But
this is going to be so
there's
interesting.
no question that it touches Cameron's feet. So it touches his feet, it gets kicked over, and then the Mustangs recover this ball. So if it is a live ball, it would be Mustangs ball inside the 15-yard line.
This is very true, because it was a clear recovery. That's why coaches always taught us to, like, just when in doubt, just always instantly pick up the football, recover immediately, and let the referees make the decision. So great job by SMU recovering that football with indecision. Just go get it.
Huge turn of events here for the Mustangs and the Bears.
Yeah, Link instantly went over there and recovered the football.
Well, Rick Jackson, the replay official, he's been busy.
He's been,
the second half.
He's been extremely busy this second half. No doubt about it. I'm trying to hold my breath up here, Rick, man, because if this is the case,
now they're gonna check the yard line. So where he fell on it. Okay. So around the 23, 22-yard line, and then the penalty gets tacked on. So they're going to be right at the 13. It looks like 13 to 12 yard line for the start of this drive.
what a change of emotions for Rhett Lashley. They get the football. He was deflated, and all of a sudden,
all right, Mike Mothershed, let's get a little input on what's happening here.
So, Rick, we have a foul by the receiving team, and he blocks that player into the receiver. So that player has not fouled. And as we see that the foul was by the receiving team.
After review, the ball was touched by the receiving team before being recovered by the kicking team. The illegal block in the back is declined. It's going to be 1st and 10, SMU.
So the 22-yard line is where, after everything that has just happened, that is where the Mustangs are going to start with the ball. Jennings back out behind center, and Coach Aranda is in shock right now with what just happened.
I believe the entire fan base of Baylor is in shock what just happened. You go from a penalty to getting the ball, then to now a penalty decline and losing the football.
And another opportunity for Jennings. So very favorable for the Mustangs as they'll place the ball down in between the hash marks.
Yeah, you want to take advantage of the emotion here. Take a shot down the field right now. Sudden change. Just go for it.
They're going to give the ball off to Harden. Harden moves right all the way down to the 12-yard line. 9-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 1. And Harden has put up some good numbers today. He'll get the carry again, this time looking left, but has a mountain of Baylor Bears in front of him. Maybe a 1-yard gain, which would be 1st and 10.
Yeah, TJ Harden, the UCLA transfer, has been absolutely phenomenal in pass protection today. He's been just phenomenal what he's been doing, blocking down the field, even getting around the edge, blocking to get Kevin Jennings down the field. So he's a wonderful all-purpose back.
Last week he carried 8 times for 42 yards. This time Jennings is going to throw. He goes to the end zone and intercepted. Jacob Redding picks it off.
That is what I'm talking about right there, Rick. One-on-one, making the play. Let's go, Jacob.
He was looking for Hibner, his tight end, and just didn't throw it far enough.
And this is what I mean by looking for the football. He's letting them battle. One guy's pushing, one guy's pulling, both looking for the ball. Go up at the high point and go make the play. You got two clinic plays by Jacob Redding today. That open field tackle and the pick.
So after the debacle of the punt return, the Baylor Bears are going to get the ball back on their 20-yard line.
Pretty much where they would have had it.
Pretty close.
But not the ball.
That's right. And so Robertson comes back on to survey the situation. Washington stays into block, and the pass over the left side, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Lewis Brown the fourth. Deuce Harmon on coverage.
Look, going back to Jacob Redding, man, he just did some outstanding things. Right now, we're in the booth. We're next to some NFL scouts over here, man. So I'm telling you, he probably made him some money. Yeah, right here on the replay. You got to get this. You got to make some money. Speaking of making money.
Yeah, that was right in the hands of Brown. In and out. 2nd and 10. Jennings kicks it out to his running back, Washington. Washington with some room. A good stop there after a gain of about 7. Washington's going to limp off the field after that hit. That'll bring Caden Knight in at running back. 3rd and short. Jennings bringing his tight end back to the left side. And now kicks him back out.
I get pressure off the edge again.
He looked quick over the middle. Doesn't hit Josh Cameron.
Yeah, just missed him. Just missed him over the middle. That would have been to the house if he caught that football.
And so the Mustangs come up strong here as it's 4th and 2, and the Bears look to be sending in their punt team, and it's for the first time we will see Palmer Williams, who's best in the country last year, averaging 49.3 yards per punt. Ymir Knight will be back. And a great punt out of Williams. Knight all the way back to the 21-yard line. And the Bears swarm him at the 25.
It's a blessing to have a punter who can flip the field for you.
52-yard punt, 3-yard return. All right, this Tuesday on NXT, 2-time WWE Tag Team Champions DIY return to confront Trick Williams. Don't miss an all-new WWE NXT Tuesday at 8/7 Central right here on the CW. Jennings was on fire in the first half, and the start of the second half, it has been, well, anything but 50% for his completions. He's going to hand off to his running back. Big hole up the middle. And TJ Harden will gain the first down.
Yeah, TJ being the senior, playing like the vet that he is. I already mentioned his pass protection. He's been outstanding on the ground. Running his football, great vision, keeping his pass low, outstanding contact balance.
Not a lot of transfers for the Mustangs, putting in a lot of time, but Harden is one, coming from UCLA, as you mentioned earlier. Going to get the carry again, but this time a lot of pressure. Moves to get back to the line of scrimmage. Marion Winston on the stop.
Yeah, this is the first time in a while where SMU, they have more high school players than transfers. This is the first time in a while, so they developed this program where they can, hey, we can retain our two deep, so now we can actually recruit guys versus trying to hit the portal to replenish our team.
True freshman Jermico Green is in the backfield now. Weren't sure if he was going to be able to take some snaps, the coaches are saying he could be one of the best running backs for the Mustangs, but this time up in the air, a little contact before the ball got there, and the flag. That one was intended for Romello Brinson. Tevin Williams might have been involved in that one.
Listen, this is a brilliant vet move. Romello, he puts his foot in the ground and goes up for the football. I tell receivers, don't flop.
Pass interference, defense, number 27, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
He wanted that penalty.
He's like, I want to make sure. That's definitely a flag.
Listen, I tell my receivers, if the ball is in the air, like literally go up for it. Don't flop and try to get the flag. If you actually put your foot in the ground and bump, almost like you're going up for a contact layup in basketball, they will throw the flag for you. And that's what happened there at Romello.
7th penalty already for the Bears. And that was D'Amico Green with his carry, the first of his career. As a true freshman will get on the stat sheet, and that will bring the third quarter to an end. It is all tied up. The Bears have brought something. That miscue on the punt return and then the completion. You're watching CW Football Saturday, presented by Marco's Pizza. Order your Marco's Pizza today. The lone Heisman Trophy winner for SMU, Doak Walker, and the Doak Walker Award. Take a look at the score by quarters, and it has been also a quarter that Baylor has dominated, especially in yards, as now the Mustangs fake the handoff, and Jennings will take it out very close to the first down yards. Mentioned yards and how many Baylor has been able to put up, but the lack of yards for the Mustangs is probably the highlight there. Only 33 yards in the third quarter.
Yeah, there's been a lot of negative plays for SMU so far the second half, and Baylor, they definitely stood up, man, and forced a lot of those issues.
Harden back in at running back, and he takes it up the middle, wide open, nobody in front of him, he'll go all the way. Colin Rogers in for the PAT. It is good, and 31-24. The Mustangs back up front.
The man didn't even break stride. I'm telling you, TJ Harding came through. TJ Harding, man, came through here. Outstanding, man. Didn't even break stride on this situation here.
We're looking here at the Pacific Life replay. Pacific Life, nearly 160 years strong with financial strategies for a more confident future. And Harding definitely confident. And I'm guessing Lashley feeling pretty good after, again, starting a quarter with a touchdown on the first play.
Yeah, that was huge. That's very, very important. They had to do that, right? They had to get another explosive play going here, because the third quarter, absolutely nothing happened from them. But TJ Harding, man, he has been phenomenal. Again, I talked about his blocking, and he's been rewarded, given the football and making plays to put them in the lead this game.
Colin Rogers is going to be back for the kickoff for the Mustangs. Cole Wilson to return for the Bears. And the high kick right at the end line. Wilson making people miss. all the way up to the 27, 28-yard line. Fresno State, Oregon State is coming up next. Be sure to stay with us here on the CW. Our friend Ryan Leaf will be out there calling the action.
That's our guy.
Yep.
Look, Rick, it is vital that SMU makes Baylor drive the ball down the field. No explosive plays. Just let them drive the ball. Let them work down the field.
Take time off the clock.
Got to. You must do that.
Hand off inside, and Washington will gain a couple.
Especially if this defensive line can put pressure with just 4, which I feel like they've been struggling all day to do that, then it's going to definitely present opportunities for SMU to do that.
4 down linemen facing the Bears. Robertson taking a little longer here with the count. Hands off to his running back again. And this time Washington gains a couple more. Maybe fumble. Mustangs are saying they've got it. Mont Moses is there, and Mustangs come up with it. Was it down?
Like a big hit by Azzano in that situation there.
Cameron Robertson looks like he has it. Let's take a look. Definitely stripping the ball before the bottom hit the ground. And Cameron Robertson there. Second turnover for Baylor.
It looked like it was definitely on its way out right before he hit the ground.
Another look here. You see the ball. It's that extra effort that Washington's trying to put in. Left the ball exposed.
They always say when the person is wrapped up, the second man in, go for the football. In this case, that might have been the third or fourth person that came in and got the football. But get that football out as long as they're wrapped up.
And so the Mustangs will take over short field here. Derek McFall and TJ Harden in the backfield. Culture. As you see Lashley trying to quiet the crowd a bit, but that's what he's building here in the Mustangs. Is this the wishbone? Harden the ball carrier, and he'll get a couple.
Yeah, just give that man the football right now, okay? He has the hot hand. He has the hot hand in the dice game. Give him the football.
Big momentum shift here for the Mustangs as they recover the fumble after punching it in to take the 31-24 lead, and now trying to put it out of reach of the Bears.
Yeah, Coach Casey Woods mentioned that. He said we're going to use all the running backs, and whoever has the hot hand, that's who's going to stay in. And so far, it's been TJ Harden.
He'll get the carry again up the middle. About 3 for Harden. That's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Harden with 83 yards rushing right now.
The other thing that's rare about this, Will, is a huddle. We don't normally see the Mustangs huddling.
Look, we want to get the ball, get the clock down. Okay, we don't want to give the ball back to them. Let's get this clock down.
See TJ Harden and the 2 touchdowns, the numbers he's put up, and another one. This time crossing the 25-yard line. Harden has been strong today. Tyler Turner on the stop. Another first down, and Harden had the ball in his hands again. They're going to continue to give him the ball. This time, though, We'll see what Lashley draws up.
Yeah, right now, let's get some positive plays. In a situation, they can run the football. Last week against Auburn, Baylor against Auburn, they weren't able to stop the football, especially in the fourth quarter. So, again, it's a copycat league in pretty much all of football, and you see SMU doing that now.
Jamaica Green, the ball carrier, and he'll get down to the 19-yard line.
Having 4 running backs that can get busy presents a ton of problems, right? Because on defense, is the fourth quarter, you're tired, right? You can't really get a sub. So now you're dealing with a fresh running back every 3 to 4 carries.
As you mentioned it, redshirt freshman Derek McFall comes into the lineup. So they just continue to throw running backs in there. Fresh legs. This one's going to go back to Green. And a big helmet-to-helmet hit there. 2 heads-up players. The 17-yard line.
It's pretty cool to see a spread offense with high tempo going 21 personnel, which is 2 running backs and 1 tight end, and just playing power, hard-nosed football. So mixing it up here in Baylor.
I'm pretty envious of you, Will. Tomorrow, or I mean next week, you're going to see Miami, another pretty potent offense.
Yeah, I'm fired up for that one.
ACC's looking very strong. That'll be on CW. Jennings keeps it, and he'll run out of bounds at the 11. Well, that's not letting the clock run.
It's not, but now you're in a situation where you can get points either way. So let's continue to pound the rock.
Baylor Bears last week versus Auburn, 307 yards allowed rushing and 131 today, but we're seeing now a little bit more of a surge for the Mustangs. Harden back in at running back, and the quick pass, it's tipped but caught. That's Quaterius Brown with the reception at the 6-yard line.
Some quick RPO action there. The ball was actually tipped by the defender, and great concentration catching the football by Brown. Even though Auburn had 300 yards, I would say the 131 yards that SMU has been just as effective in terms of, hurting this Baylor defense.
It's still Harden in the backfield. 6 out of the last 7 plays have been on the ground. And Harden again over the left side. He's got a man to beat. A blocker in front of him. And he gets in. Five yards and 3rd touchdown for TJ Harden.
Got the Cali kid in Texas making some noise out here. Outstanding, man. Love this.
Colin Rogers once again in for the point after. Officials holding this one.
The previous play is under refer to review to see if the ball carrier scored a touchdown.
So they're going to check to see if he got to the pylon. He stretched it out to the left side. Looks like the foot hit the inside of the pylon.
Yeah, the foot came in. Also, I'm assuming the football did. If he was able to swing his left foot across, the football more than likely crossed over the pylon as well.
Another look. You see that left foot right here is going to hit the inside of the pylon.
Yeah, you need the football to touch the white line. You're good. So, looks like a touchdown to me.
I'm going to let you call it. I'll let you call it, Will. You've scored enough, you know. Trayvon Barrett's going to let us know after taking a look.
The ruling of the field of a touchdown has been upheld.
So once again, it'll be Colin Rogers attempting the PAT. It's good. 38-24. 14 unanswered points for the Mustangs. And well, even those on the sidelines are getting in on the celebration. You're watching CW Football Saturday, brought to you by Pacific Life. Nearly 160 years strong with financial strategies for a more confident future. The Mustangs flexing their muscles now, riding a little bit of that history here in Dallas. And Colin Rogers is going to kick this one off to Cole Wilson.
TJ Harden looking like a dog walker candidate the way he's been running that football today.
Yeah, very impressive as this one grabbed at the 2-yard line. A little bit of room as he's knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
My gosh.
Michael Allen.
This definitely
big hit. Everything is going right for SMU. Even the fans on the sidelines get involved. Baylor down 2 scores.
Let's look at today's Progressive Player of the Game. We got some California love with TJ Harden running the football. I know this game is finesse with tempo, but you're going to win the game when you run the ball on the ground. Today's Player of the Game is sponsored by Progressive. Get coverage you can count on with home and auto at Progressive.com.
I thought that was well done, Will.
Hey, man. You know what? I just do what I got to do. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy Scoot.
And Baylor right now needs to get back in the end zone. Robertson rolling. Throwing downfield just over the outstretched hands of Josh Cameron.
All right, let's see Baylor. What can we do? We got to get down the field now. We're looking like a similar situation last week versus Auburn, where they were pressured, to now we have to rely on the pass game. So now SMU knows what to do. We're not getting any run.
Spavital, the offensive coordinator. And this time completion to Cameron. We'll go for about 7.
You're down 2 scores. Now we gotta get the tempo going. Now the tempo is gonna come in. You're pretty much, it's 8 minutes, but you already have to activate your 2-minute offense in this situation because you gotta get points quickly.
Mustang crowd getting loud here. Trying to help their defense out. Robertson looking, scrambling. Now tucks it away, and he gets knocked down at the 39-yard line. Enough for the first down. And remember, there's a lot on the line here. 13-game winning streak for the Bears. And right now, they're down 2 touchdowns. I think the last time that SMU beat the Bears was in 1986.
86.
And
I was 2.
Completion over the middle. Really?
I was sorry.
2?
Sorry.
Really?
Sorry to everybody in the booth that I was 2 years old. Oh, man.
All right, we're starting to see a little bit of movement now out of the Bears. Lashley wants to see his Mustangs hold up here defensively.
He's trying to find his one-on-one matchups here. And right now the safety is doing a great job of taking that away.
Handoff to Caden Knighton. And close to the first down. Looks like he fell over the line.
But SMU, they are fine with this. They're like, go ahead, like, drive the ball if you can, dink and dunk the football, run the football. You're not getting any explosive plays on us down the field.
They're going to say this is short, so it's 3rd and short for the Bears. Give to the running back again, and up the middle, and this time he's going to have enough. Washington, the ball carrier. That'll move the chains. Coach Aranda, he puts a lot of coffee away. A lot. Gets up in the morning for meetings, late at night watching film. And this is the reason why. And a lot of contact there on the right side, but an incompletion meant for Cameron.
Which is surprising because Coach Aranda, he's so calm. He's so calm.
Very calm.
Yeah, he's very chill. Almost as if the coffee doesn't even work anymore.
Very surreal when you talk to him. Brings up 2nd down after the incompletion. Robertson checking down, and he throws deep. Receiver comes back for it. Cameron with the completion, and he falls in the end zone. 48-yard touchdown completion.
An outstanding adjustment on that football by Josh Cameron. That ball was in the air for a while too.
Wachovia was on the coverage. And Cameron ends up coming up with it and fighting his way into the end zone. And so a pretty quick score here by Baylor, as the clock still has 5 minutes 23 seconds on it. Connor Hawkins in for the point after. Right down the center, and it is now a 1-touchdown difference. Cameron with the reception and then carries a player into the end zone with him. Baylor 31, SMU 38. All right, Josh Cameron, 2 touchdowns on the day. He's over 128 yards. It's his 5th career 100-yard game. Is it going to be on the shoulders of Cameron if the Bears can come back to take over the lead from the Mustangs? They're going to have to kick it away, though. We'll see what the Mustangs have for them with 5 minutes 23 seconds remaining. Brett Armstrong kicking away for the Bears. And a squib kick once again. And it's going to be downed on about the 23-yard line. So the Mustangs offense will come back out onto the field, and they're going to want to kill as much clock as possible on this drive. How about Sawyer Robinson and what he's been able to do, getting close to that 400-yard mark again. He started the season with 419 against Auburn, 373 already today with 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. We talked about these quarterbacks, so impressive.
Yeah, and the way he's done has been so efficient, not desperate, like really understanding what's going on with the coverages, what's understanding what his receivers, what they're doing, and on the same page. He's been phenomenal today. 2
games against extremely impressive opponents. This time Harden falls forward for a couple, but Robertson, he's closing in on 800 yards passing in 2 games against Auburn and then SMU.
Yeah, he's doing awesome, but hopefully, you know, in this situation, they better figure out how to get a W. Otherwise, you know, they're just numbers. But right now with SMU, they're getting into their 4-minute offense, and for those who don't know, 4-minute offense is where, you really are controlling the clock. You have the lead, you start to run the football, and you try and do what you can to really take that clock all the way down to 0. So that's what they're doing right now.
They did this the last drive. They huddle up, give to the running back. Harden once again gets up to the 32-yard line. Another first down will move the chains, and the clock will continue to run. So now Lashley, who is known for his fast-paced offense, is slowing it down.
And now you're going to see the running back rotation. You're going to see all 4 running backs get into the game for that exact reason.
The young freshman, D'Amico Green, in the backfield. He's going to carry this one, but hit just past the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Devin Bobby, third leading tackler for the Bears, in on that one.
Throughout the game, you've been seeing, R.J. Maryland line up. You've seen Matthew Hibnall line up when they've been going 11 personnel looks. But now you have Stone Ebby in there, who's pretty much their primary blocker. So you're going to see him a lot, especially in this drive.
So the Bears will have the 2-minute timeout, but when you start using your timeouts to stop the clock so that you have some time to try to get back and win this game.
Yeah, hopefully right now, it's second down, so if they get a situation get a stop here, it's still pretty much early, but once you get close in the 2-minute range, that's where you want to start activating those timeouts.
Harden, legs churning, and a 6-yard gain for Harden, but it'll bring up a third down. Under 3 minutes to go now for Coach Aranda.
Yeah, the thing too, Rick, it's still a 1-score game. Like if it was a 2-score situation, then you probably would have burned some early, but you still have the 3 timeouts. You still have the 2-minute situation, the 2-minute clock as well too. So right now, still good. Let's get off the field here. Third down.
Their defense is going to have to come up with a stop. Jennings to throw. Now he scrambles, but he's under pressure. He'll be sacked.
And this is where you want to burn one.
And sure enough, Aranda calls a timeout. The 6-yard loss by Jennings. And that's going to bring up a 4th down, a punting situation, and a lot of time still on the clock for the Bears.
Right, with the 3 timeouts that they did have, essentially you have 4. So they just burned 1 now, get the ball back here, take a couple of plays, you get a 2-minute, which is essentially another timeout for you, then you have 2 more to use.
That's Jake Spavital, the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, talking with Robertson, putting together the game plan of what they're going to do when they get the ball back here. But remember, there was an issue with a punt return earlier that Baylor ended up losing the ball. So they don't want to make the same mistake here.
Fortunately, they got it right back.
Yeah, Wade McSparron back to punt. McSparron kicks it away, and the fair catch called for by Josh Cameron. All right, let's check in with our studio and Mike Kim.
Oh, Rick, coming up next, there's a look at Oregon State's Anthony Hankerson, a heavy hitter coming out of that backfield. We'll see the Beavs running back in just a few minutes here on the CW as it's Fresno State and Oregon State.
Thanks, Mike. Looking forward to that game coming up. But this one's still definitely undecided. Robertson starts on his 18-yard line. And they've got to get in the end zone. Washington, the running back. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right.
Yeah, try to get some perimeter runs. You got to get some explosive runs right now before you start throwing the football.
Robertson over the right side. And that time the defender turned around. Jalen Davis Robinson on the coverage.
See defensive backs, all you got to do is he could have turned. He was, you know what? I can't say that. I can't say that. That could have been called. That should have been called.
Cameron was the intended receiver.
Got one-on-one up top. I believe it's Josh Cameron on the top.
Handoff up the middle. And to the 23-yard line, Washington carries it. The clock is winding down to the 2-minute timeout. Make sure to stay tuned for the final 2 minutes of the game, presented by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. The Baylor Bears fighting to keep the 13-win streak alive. As we head into the final 2 minutes of today's game, here's our snapback replay presented by the Active Cash Credit Card from Wells Fargo.
Well, we had some action already from here. We got Josh Cameron catching his football, reading it really well. Took his 6'1", 224-pound frame. Get off of me. I'm getting into the end zone. You can't do nothing about it, man. Love this game so far.
Yeah, that's brought to you by Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Be a 2% or earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. They need to get to the end zone. Robertson's going to run this one up the middle. That will bring up 4th down. A big stop there for the Mustangs.
That's a dangerous play right there. Send my quarterback into the lion's den like that.
They are 2 for 5 on 4th downs. And it's all on the line right here. Robertson over the middle, wide open. Hawkins gets out to almost midfield.
Just an incredible job. Just an incredible job standing here. Unbelievable protection he had all game. Delivering down the field to his receiver, Ashton Hawkins.
Ashton Hawkins, big reception there on 4th down. 3 for 6 now on 4th down conversions for the Bears. And Robertson, once again, plenty of time. Over the middle, hit right as the ball got to his hands. That one intended for Washington. Deuce Harmon making the hit.
Yeah, incredible play right there. But it's funny, on the back end, you had 3 guys surrounding Josh Cameron all the way in the end zone. Yeah, they are not letting him break this game.
They're keeping their eyes on that guy who scored 2 touchdowns already today. Caden Knight in the backfield next to Robertson. And looks like the Mustangs might call timeout here.
Yeah, get your defensive line a breather. They're getting absolutely no rush on the quarterback right now.
All right, 1:11, plenty of time for this explosive offense of the Bears.
It is enough time. Again, you know, you have your 2 timeouts still. And right now, it's been Ashton Hawkins on this drive. And so, Sawyer Robinson's doing a good job just sitting there the whole game, looking like an NFL quarterback, just the way he's gone about his business. And it's been really, really impressive.
Again, a reminder, coming up next is Pac-12 football on the CW. Wachovia already 12 tackles, 1.5 for loss. He's been impressive on the defensive side of the ball for the Mustangs. Who will step up here with 1:11 to go? Rhett Lashlee definitely wants to change the narrative that the Bears brought in here. A 13-game win streak on the line. And Lashlee doesn't want him coming into his house and making it 14.
Got to send the heat in this play.
Robertson again, plenty of time over the left side, over the hands of Ashton Hawkins that time. Incompletion stops the clock.
Yeah, he tried to climb the ladder. He just mistimed it. Otherwise, that would have been a completion for sure.
Third and long. Washington in the backfield. Robertson's going to give to him over the right side. Big hole. Up the middle all the way down to the 37-yard line, maybe the 36. 15 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Look at this. I mean, you can drive the production truck through that thing. I'm telling you.
Robertson, another strike. This time to Josh Cameron. 8 yards. And a timeout called by the Bears. 46 clicks on the clock. And again, they've got to get in the end zone.
Yeah, this has been an incredible 2-minute drive so far. You work yourself all the way down the field. Now you're in a 30-yard line.
And let's head back to the studio and Mike Yam.
All right, coming up next is Fresno State and Oregon State. Rashawn Luke, 3 touchdowns last week. We'll see that encore performance in Corvallis. Once again, coming up in just minutes here on the CW.
Thanks, Mike. I know you're sitting on the edge of your seat waiting to see how this one ends. They put another second on the clock, so it's 47 seconds for the Bears.
So now you're down here on the 29-yard line, almost the high red zone. High red zone's like between the 20 and the 12-yard line. So you call a timeout, get your guys reset, refreshed, and then you open up your other playbook of plays down here, right? Now you need a touchdown. So you're trying to find the plays, maybe a quick hitter to try to take a shot to the end zone, or try to move the ball up the field a little bit. You still have, you know, another timeout here. So
SMU fans a little concerned here as the Bears have been able to march down the field. Caden Knighton in the backfield with Robertson. He'll get the carry up the middle. Makes defenders miss, and he'll fall forward. Another first down, 8 yards on the game for Knighton.
And the beauty of going with tempo, you already had SMU burn a timeout because they were exhausted. Therefore, you were able to use it, and you still have 2 timeouts left for yourself.
Robertson over the middle, wide open. Kobe Prentice into the end zone.
That's crazy, Rick. Man, oh man.
Baylor fans making the 90-mile trek down here to Dallas. And now to tie it up, Connor Hawkins in for the point after. Extra point is good. It is tied up. 38 all. A 10-play, 82-yard drive. A minute 49 off the clock. And Robertson throwing the strike to Prentice. And into the end zone he goes.
That is impressive.
And now 34 seconds left. Robertson, what a game. Over 400 yards again.
He knows he threw a dime. So I threw a dime for 6. Speaking of who made some money, Sark's making some money right now.
The redshirt senior. 33-49 for 425 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Those are Big 12 quarterback numbers right there, Rick. Really well done. That is how you run a 2-minute drive. Shout out to Coach Spavital and Sawyer executing that drive to perfection.
The Mustangs, they got 34 seconds. Get into field goal range. Now the pressure's on Jennings. Bears are going to squib it again. This time it's going to be returnable. Chris Johnson run out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A couple seconds off the clock. It's 29 seconds to go. And now What yard line do you want to see them get to for your kicker?
Right. I mean, definitely the 40, but that was an interesting choice to squib it in that situation versus kicking it deep.
He's got a 55-yard career long, and that's Colin Rogers for SMU. That means they need to get down to the 38-yard line. Harden in behind Jennings, and Jennings is going to throw, and it looks like a completion to Jalen Cooper. And the ball is snapped. 21 seconds to go. Jennings looking left and right. Throws this one away. 14 seconds to go.
Did a great job getting rid of that one there. You saw a late ad rusher from Baylor. Kendrick Sink was coming off the edge. Great job picking up by TJ Harden. But yeah, wonderful job. Get rid of the football. Don't waste time. Don't try to be risky.
For those of you joining us for Pac-12 football, Fresno State at Oregon State, coverage is going to begin on the CW app and CWTV.com at 3:35 Eastern, 12:35 Pacific. And we'll get you to live coverage as soon as this one's over. So now 14 seconds and 2 timeouts. Jennings is going to run it. He's got a little room. Slides down at the 44-yard line, but the flag comes out.
That's massive. That's a big penalty right there.
9 seconds on the clock. We told you they needed to get to the 38. With the penalty here, it's probably going to happen.
No better view than the ump cam. Yeah, helmet to helmet right there, and on the quarterback slide. Got to do your best to try to avoid that in this situation.
Looks like the helmet of the defender there was on his chest, on the front of him. We'll have to wait for the replay. And now, once again, Rick Jackson, the replay official, will go to work, looking at all the angles. Here's a really good look at it.
Yeah, not only a penalty that puts you close to the field goal range, also essentially it's a timeout.
Personal foul, targeting, defense, number 3. That penalty is under review.
Another look at it. I still am not sure if that Baylor helmet isn't in front of the helmet of Jennings. It's so close, though. We've seen a bunch of angles, and it's really going to come down to Rick Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, what's challenging is when you see the player actually, the defender actually duck his head and lead with the crowd.
So they might be taking the targeting part of this call off. It's still going to be a personal foul, but potentially not targeting. Kevon Barrett looking at the replays as well. The thing I was looking at that makes me think that it might not have been crowned to helmet is because when his helmet goes in, we don't see Jennings' head move right away. So if it would have been helmet to helmet, you would have seen Jennings' head move if it would have been that way. But again, we've seen a bunch of different replays. We're going to have to wait to find out what Jackson says on this one. Another look.
Yeah, the closer it does look like it hit him in the chest. And when you see his head jar to the side, you instantly think like the helmet hit the helmet. But yeah, still late hit on the slide.
Official explaining it to Lashley. Nine seconds to go in this one. And now they're looking at the clock. Also, how much time is left on the clock. So they know where the penalty occurred. Take a look on the left-hand corner of the clock. So he's hit there. at about the 44-yard line with approximately between 9 and 10 seconds on the clock. That is what they are looking at. The officials have taken targeting off of this call.
Yes. So the question here is, you know, do you just run the football?
Well, does your kicker want to be in a certain spot? So do you run it?
Does he want the hash, the middle?
Right.
Exactly.
After review, there is no targeting on the play. SMU has elected to take a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff.
So the timeout takes SMU to 1 timeout. And the ball is still at the 44-yard line.
The game clock at 10 seconds.
So the clock has been put to 10 seconds. No personal foul on this play. And so this is now a decision for the Mustangs. You've got 10 seconds. What do you do with those 10 seconds to get your kicker in position? Or do you throw for the end zone?
Right, you find out where he wants to be. You definitely try to get in position where he can make this field goal. But, yeah, you could actually look back. Speaking of the personal foul that wasn't called, you look at back when Sawyer got hit. This is a very similar situation where I thought, oh, hey, they could have called that, but they didn't. They looked at it, made the same judgment call.
Colin Rogers waiting for his opportunity, his longest in his career, 55. Jennings knows he has 10 seconds. He'll hand off. Harden up the middle. He goes to the 40-yard line. And a timeout called by the Mustangs. It's going to be 57 yards. Can the preseason big all-ACC kicker and the Lou Groza watch list senior from Alabama, Colin Rogers, pressure's on his shoulders now to win this game. If he makes it, it's a new career long. And I'm guessing Baylor is going to want to try to ice him. They got a timeout. A 57-yard attempt. Does he have enough leg? And what about the accuracy? It's set down on the right hash mark. And there's that timeout coming from Baylor.
the old bag of ice.
How about Aranda? He still looks calm. How about this opening game on the CW?
Hey, listen, and it's not 100 degrees up here in the booth, so it's been great.
Oh, you're talking about personal comfort. I was talking about the game.
I'm for personal comfort in the game.
It's been a great one. And next week, Miami. We'll see what happens with you, Will, when you get to see Miami on the field. Here we go.
Let's go.
For a new career long and to break Baylor's win streak. Colin Rogers. A little bit of a breeze in his face. It's up. And it's no good. We will go to overtime to determine this in-state rivalry. Aranda is fired up. His Bears have fought back. They have tied it in regulation. And now we'll go to overtime. Knotted up, 38-all. Baylor, SMU. Getting ready to start the first overtime. It's tied 38-all here in Dallas. Coverage of the Pac-12 football. Fresno State at Oregon State. Currently streaming on the CW app and CWTV.com. We're going to get you to that live coverage on the CW right after we conclude here in Dallas. So now the coin toss to determine who will start on offense for this overtime. Quarterbacks are going to come out for the coin toss. Let's listen in.
All right, gentlemen, we are in overtime. Whoever wins the toss will have the option of offense, defense, or which end of the field. Okay? We're using the same coin from earlier today. Heads, tails. What would you like to call? Heads. Heads is your call. It is tails. Defense. SMU has won the toss and elected to go on defense. First down.
The winner of the coin toss wants to know what they have to do.
Correct.
And so the Mustangs will start on defense. If they can stop the Bears or get a field goal, they know what they have to do then on their possession. And again, the rules are overtime. Each team will start at the 25-yard line. They will go until they either score or are down on downs. If we are still tied after the first two overtimes, we'll go into a third overtime. And at that point, the thing that has changed about the overtime rules is that there is only going to be one timeout given at the third overtime as we get ready for play. And the handoff to Washington.
So now you just get into your normal red zone offense here. You know what they've been doing. I think from the first quarter, direct runs, right? You might get some perimeter passes. Protect the football and try to get points.
Knighton in the backfield now with Robertson. Robertson's been so accurate with his arm. And he's going to throw this time. He's got his receiver. Josh Cameron has been the man to go to, and that's a first down. It'll be first and goal now after the 16-yard reception.
Look, he's smart. You got your 6'1", 224-pound receiver one-on-one on the outside, but the defensive back does 190. Like, he's going to take that matchup all game, and he has.
It's first and goal.
Got one-on-one to get up top.
Robertson sees it. Maybe changing the call at the line. He's going to throw it up for his receiver Cameron, and the flag comes out late. Davis Robinson on the coverage, and he's going to get called for this one.
Yeah, he tried to look, but you saw the little jersey grab right there that was pretty obvious. But that's the matchup he's been going with all game.
Pass interference. Defense, number 13. That penalty resulted in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line.
Football is very simple. Like, I understand you have your systems, you have your plays, but sometimes, or usually, it comes down to matchups. And once you find something, a weakness or a place you can exploit on that offense or defense, you take advantage. And so far, that's exactly what Baylor has been doing.
It's first and goal at the 2. Washington, the running back. He'll get the carry up the middle. He falls in the end zone. The Bears strike first in overtime.
The up cam, let's go. Again, great job here. Boom. Boom. Look at this. The linemen are just moving bodies out the way. Bryson Washington lowering the pads. My impact player making impact plays, Rick.
Connor Hawkins in for the PAT. It's good. The Mustangs know what they need to do. 21 unanswered points for the Bears. First lead of the game for the Bears. Remember, this game started 12 seconds in with the long touchdown strike for the Mustangs. And now the Bears have put themselves up by 7. All right, Coach Will, who do you go to here?
You know, it's funny, back home in California, that's what they call me. They all call me Coach Will. I coached everyone's child. But here in this case, let's run the football. You've been doing very well with that all game long. Run the football.
The fake. And right away, throw to the end zone. Touchdown! Romello Brinson. What a catch by Brinson. And a calm Lashley. How are these coaches doing it?
I mean, who am I to say run the football when Rhett Lashley's like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to go launch it to my big play receiver. I'll tell you what, my 2 impact players making impact plays. Rick, I'm going to say it again.
What a strike. And a perfect pass thrown to Brinson. They're going to take a look at it and make sure that he had possession when he landed on the ball.
I mean, he looked convincing the way he held the football out. He's like, I got that thing, okay.
Yeah, after he rolled over, he had it in one hand. But here, good catch, brings it in. He's got
his hands are under the football. Did it move? Nah, it's not. Yeah, that's it. That's TD.
And he brings it right up to make sure everybody sees it.
That football was pinned to his chest.
What a great catch.
That's an unbelievable catch. Hands under the football, stretched out, laid out, and showed the football that he got it.
He's making sure.
The ruling on the field of a touchdown is upheld.
He's like, you claiming that it is a touchdown, right? Want to make sure.
Was the over 89? What was the over?
Oh, yeah, over under, I think. I don't think it was 90. I think it was in the mid 60s. Yeah, 90 points put up by these two teams. Rogers' PAT is good. Overtime 1 is complete. A fascinating catch right there by Romello Brinson, and we go to overtime 2. Tied up 45 after both teams able to get in the end zone on the first overtime, and we get ready for the second overtime. Take a look at what the rules are. Teams are going to be required to run a 2-point conversion after a touchdown when the game reaches the second overtime, which it has. And again, that reminder, if we reach the third overtime, teams will run alternating 2-point plays. And they did get another timeout. So this overtime, they're going to get a timeout. If we go to a third, that would be the last timeout that they would be given, even if we continue on. Jennings hands the ball off to Harden.
Okay, so in this case, they ran the football.
Exactly what you said.
Exactly what I said. Right on cue. Oh, what a game.
What a game. Jennings calling the play. And now to execute.
Here we are with that 21 personnel again. 2 backs, 1 tight end. You see him there in the slot up there. In motion.
Yep, Harden and McFall are the backs. He's going to throw. A little bit of pressure. Tucks it up. pretty good hit there on Jennings as he gets to the 20-yard line. He grabs his left ankle before he stands up, and he's hopping. Not a good look.
Yeah, he's not getting out the game.
Maybe just a stinger. But does that let the Bears tee off and rush him because they know that he might be a little bit wounded?
Yeah, you can see him just roll up a little bit on it, but he's a tough quarterback, man. He's not going to get out the game.
Jennings is going to throw for the end zone, just short. He was looking for R.J. Maryland, but it was underthrown.
Yeah, that's an outstanding play by DJ Coleman. Looking and leaning. I would say that slot fade is probably the most difficult route in football.
Jennings just came out, and so they're going to go for the field goal. 38-yard attempt. And we have seen Colin Rogers has been impressive today. Kick is up. Looks like it's going to be wide right. The Bears have an opportunity. And the fans are loving this. Now the pressure all falls on the Mustang defense.
Yeah, sure enough, pushed it to the right.
Rogers, after he kicks it, he knows it. And Aranda, he's seeing the light. The streak could continue. Rogers knows the possibility exists. Now, can his Mustang teammates rise to the occasion and shut down this Bears offense? Handoff up the middle, goes to Washington.
Yeah, you're in a situation now, right? You just take care of the football. Take care of the football, and then, hey, you're there for easy 3 points.
Robertson, 440 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air, 34 of 50 on his completion rate.
I mean, efficient as its finest.
Again to Washington, this time hit at the 20-yard line, and he'll fall to the 19. That leaves him 4 yards short, and that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the first down. 13 straight wins coming in for the Bears, taking on 17th ranked SMU. And how impressive SMU has been at home, especially over the last 16 games for the Mustangs. But Baylor trying to wreck all of the stats. Again, the give to Washington. He carries it over the 15-yard line and looks like a first down. They keep marching toward the end zone.
Yeah, it's interesting about his 400 yards. It wasn't so much they were just out there airing it out. That's what they were given, and he was making completions, making explosive plays. Like, I thought they called a pretty balanced game.
Connor Hawkins getting ready if he needs to come in for the field goal. Robertson would like to end this game on his own. Washington wrapped up as soon as he got the ball in the backfield. Isaiah Smith, Lamondrick Spencer shutting him down. It's 2nd and 13. Now the Bears just want to make sure there's no turnover.
Yeah, protect the football here, right? Get the points.
That's the thing. Running the ball, you send Washington up the middle or any running back, the possibility of that thing getting stripped Washington again with the ball. And they move all the way to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, this play call will tell us where the kicker probably wants the football.
Yeah, where does Hawkins want the ball for a field goal, as they're at the 13-yard line now. Robertson has Caden Knighton with him in the backfield. Knighton, the ball carrier. He goes up the middle and falls over the 10-yard line to about the 9-yard line. And that will bring the kicking unit on. Connor Hawkins to win the game. A redshirt freshman. One field goal made already today from 26.
So Connor got the swag with the one sleeve on the leg. That's a look there. It's a style.
All right, here we go. 27 yards to win the game and upset the Mustangs. And they're going to call timeout and see if they can ice him. All right. Will, you good?
I'm
ready?
great. Yeah, I'm great. I'm just thinking of all the things that Coach Aranda talked to us about. You know, we saw him on the field pregame, and he saw the weather. He saw everything was going on, and he just had such pure, unbelievable energy, like ready for this battle.
He was ready for the battle.
He was ready for this, and he was ready for anything that was thrown at him and his team.
And a lot was thrown at him, Will.
Yes, it was.
Very first play of the game, the touchdown. Now, this is it. Connor Hawkins, 27 yards to upset the Mustangs. It's good. Hawkins wins it for the Bears. And the streak continues. 14 straight wins for the Baylor Bears. Coach Lashley can't believe it. Once again, our final score, Baylor 48, SMU 45. For Will Blackman, Wes Bryant, and our entire crew, I'm Rick Allen. Thanks for watching. After the break, it's out to Corvallis for Fresno State and Oregon State. So long from Dallas.